Hey gang, it's JC and this is your Daily Dose for Thursday, May 6th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active. And anytime you want to see the archives, some of the old episodes, the old eye candy, stuff like that, just hit the menu bar at the top of the page and you can do it. We are expanding this website big time in the next couple of days. I think you're going to like it. By the way, I'm wearing a hat today that says closer. It's not closer, it's closer. But people come up and, oh, you think you're a closer, huh? No, it's from the movie Closer with Julia Roberts, Clive Owen, who else is in it? Jude Law. Great movie, Mike Nichols movie. Difficult to watch, but a very good movie nonetheless. Also, by the way, see all this back here? That's dirt. That's my backyard, and it's been like that for about 2 months now. If everything goes right, that will be green tomorrow. That will be grass tomorrow. Green side up, guys. So, we'll see how that goes. All right, we start today with breaking news. Former New York Giants NFL star Lawrence Taylor arrested on rape charges in New York. That's all we've got. It's about 10:30 in the morning right now as we shoot this. I'm sure you're going to be hearing more about this throughout the course of the day. And this brings us to the Ben Roethlisberger story. This is the guy who's going to be suspended for 6 games by the NFL. Had a little problem in a nightclub in a men's room, something like that. This guy's a creep. Just a creep. You know, there's a Sports Illustrated story that's not out yet. It's coming out in a couple of days. I got an advanced copy. Here's some of the highlights. And he's just creepy, and that's all there is to it. It doesn't surprise me that right before the draft, the Steelers were trying to unload him. It's just being mean to people and waitresses, pregnant waitresses and stuff like that. Would your boyfriend forget to pull out? You know, that sort of stuff. Just his friends apparently are always going around apologizing and making excuses, especially with like waiters and restaurants and bartenders and stuff. The guy is a creep. It's going to be a continuing, ongoing story. Look for that Sports Illustrated thing next week. And again, I'm still waiting for details on the St. Louis University basketball team story. Supposedly a woman was sexually assaulted. She said she knew her attackers. She said there were these 3 guys that picked them up from the SLU basketball team. I'm looking for details. This is like day 3 of the story. Nothing. What's going on? Do you remember Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers? I remember in 1988 we had the NHL All-Star game here and they had all these galas and everything and they brought them in as the entertainment. And I remember looking at Larry Gatlin going, man, you got a lot of miles on you, don't you? Well, now he's saying he did coke in a bathroom at the White House sometime during the Carter administration. Come on, who wasn't doing coke, who was in entertainment in the 1970s? Wilson Phillips reuniting for a couple of concerts and a Christmas album. My prayers have been answered. The American Idol Tour coming through St. Louis. We told you about this about 2 weeks ago. Scott Trade Center made it official yesterday. August 25th is the date. Tickets are going on sale next Saturday at 10 o'clock at the usual ticket outlets. Excuse me. All right. Die Hard 5. Apparently there is going to be a Die Hard 5. This brings me to one of my favorite show business stories that I actually had some direct involvement in. You know, we see these movies sometimes a month or 2, sometimes 3 months in advance of when you see them. So you're going to go back to Die Hard 2, and we see the movie. The movie isn't scheduled to come out for 2.5 months. Well, after the movie, they bring us back to the hotel. They have a little, a little celebration, like a little, just a little dinner and drinks, a little cocktail, a little reception, you know. And I start getting into it with this film critic from Philadelphia. His name is Patrick Stoner. We're arguing about whether 2 scenes in the movie were appropriate. And I was saying no. There was a slow motion scene of a bullet going through a guy's head. He has head turned, bullet goes through, splatters all over the place, and then comes out the other side of his head. And I was like, come on, these movies are dramas, I understand that, but there's so much wisecracking by Bruce Willis and irony, and they're almost half comedies, these Die Hard movies. Something like that doesn't belong. And then there was a scene with a little girl on an airplane that eventually crashes, and you get to know this little girl, and you get to care about her. She's hugging her little teddy bear. And then, of course, you remember in the movie, the plane crashes, and you just see the little teddy bear sort of smoldering, and that was it. Well, now the movie comes out about 2.5 months later. I go to see it here in St. Louis at the theater. You're never going to guess. Both of those scenes gone from the movie. I was astonished. I called the studio Monday morning. I was like, all right, I don't get it. There were these 2 scenes in this. She stops me and goes, we heard your argument, that little reception, little cocktail reception after the movie. and a couple of people from the studio were taking down notes. They were listening to you guys argue, and they agreed with you. The 2 scenes were yanked from the movie. Unbelievable. But I guess that's how it works in show business every once in a while. Sometimes they actually do listen. All right, what do we got here? A couple of stories about, how about White Castle? And especially, how about a new White Castle scented candle? That's right. They say the candle smells like, and this is a quote, the steam grilled on a bed of onions scent of the White Castle hamburger. You can fill your entire home with this smell for just $10 if you go to their website. I don't know about you, but I'm waiting for the breath spray that simulates the smell of the White Castle men's room. What else we got? Internet-flavored ice cream. Some outfit in New York says, yeah, vanilla ice cream with a bunch of nerds. Candy mixed. I get it, nerds. Old people, but I'm talking about really old people, over 100. What can all this, constant change in technology mean to them? They must be totally baffled, right? Not necessarily. There was a survey that came out. They found out that 8% of people over 100 say that they've sent a text message in the last few months. That's up from 1% just a year ago. 12% of people over the age of 100 are using iPods, 11% YouTube, 5% have used a TiVo, and 2% are on Facebook. Some people are even doing online dating. And then they started asking them, well, what's a big celebrity for you over the age of 100? Number one answer is Betty White. There's Betty White again. And we've got her right now on one of our features. I'll tell you about it here in just a minute. Number 2, by the way, is Bill Cosby. Tiger Woods was number 3, but he didn't even make the top 5. Tiger's he's getting hammered from everybody these days, huh? All right, the 2 new features on our website here, JC on the Line. By the way, big expansion of this website coming in the next few days. But we have the Video Village, and again, Betty White hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend. We went back to when she was 66 years old. She's 88 now, and I found an old interview, and we threw it up there in preparation for her big SNL appearance this weekend. That's on the Video Village. JC's Wayback Machine. We went back to 1988 and found an old weather forecast from Bob Richards. It might bring back some interesting memories for you. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. The big charity softball game at CBC, 7:30 tomorrow night for Officer Matt Crosby of the Rock Hill Police Department, who was critically wounded in the line of duty. Half of the Blues team is going to play. Half of the Blues alumni team is going to be there. And then you got your Martin Kilcoyne from Fox 2 and Rennie Knott from Channel 5. Yours truly going to play. Brian McKenna, Andy Strickland from KFNS, Kevin Wheeler from KMOX. All the brittle bones celebrities, $10 to get in. There's stuff on the website. Just look at the text right below this little window here, and you'll see all the information if you want to come out and join us. Great cause, by the way. So with all that in mind, I found something called How to Fail a Breathalyzer Test. The reaction from the cop in this video is absolutely priceless. It's classic. Wait till you see that. That's on JC's Eye Candy, and that is in the little box right below where you're looking at me right now, jcontheline.com. Tomorrow, come on back for mannequin news. You can't get this sort of stuff just anywhere. Mannequin news. Also, a little story about a guy's luggage in Indianapolis and how to make a little money working for the IRS. Sort of. In the meantime, that's JC's Daily Dose for Thursday, May 6th, 2010. A cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.